As we roll into 2023, you may be wondering what has actually changed with Etsy SEO over the last year. What should you know as a seller in order to stay ahead? And what practices should you be taking into consideration in 2023? For those who are new here, my name is Starla Moore, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at erank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And as an eRank manager, I constantly have to stay on top of Etsy updates and changes that could affect search placement. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe to stay on top of these updates. So today, I've rounded up a list of top changes Etsy has made in the last year, and I'll be explaining exactly how these changes impact you as a seller. Before we dive into the details, I just want to take a moment to give a quick shout out to this week's featured shop. Hey you! Thanks so much for your love and support. If you'd like to submit for your own shout out, tag Handmade Alphas in a photo or screenshot of yourself watching this video, either in your Instagram feed or Instagram stories. Editor Starla from the future here. I just wanted to give a quick disclaimer that though this video is about SEO, I realized while editing it that a lot of the points that I'm making, I don't specify that they do have an impact on your search placement due to listing quality scores and your customer and marketplace experience score. So a lot of these tips are not going to be keyword specific, but they still have a huge impact on how you're going to be ranked in search because some of them will negatively impact things like your listing quality scores and your customer and marketplace experience score. If you don't know what any of that is, make sure that you click the link down in my video description and watch my free Etsy SEO workshop, The Science of Etsy Success, because that's going to explain how Etsy's algorithm works. Okay, back to the video. The first update came last spring when Etsy announced that descriptions would now play a role in search ranking on Etsy, which freaked a lot of people out, especially those who already had a lot of listings that would need updating. However, my team over at eRank did a bit of testing when this new update rolled out. For a full overview of those tests, be sure to watch this video up here. But to summarize, through our testing, we found that keywords in your descriptions only play a small role in ranking. Your listing title and tags will always be the most important when it comes to letting Etsy know what you want your listing to be known for. So think of your descriptions as an extra little layer of reinforcement where a few of your more important keywords can be naturally sprinkled in. The next major update to take note of was the introduction of Etsy's all-new intellectual property reporting portal, which they rolled out last spring. With just a few clicks, you can register all of your brands through the reporting portal, as well as generate a list of all products listed on Etsy that contain words related to your copyright. This is great for sellers who want to protect their work, but it also means that if you're making products that violate another entity's IP, they can more easily file a claim against you. For more details about copyright laws, Etsy rules on copyright infringement, and for details about the new reporting portal, be sure to watch this video right up here. In short though, don't make products based on another brand's characters or ideas. It's not worth the risk. Next is an update that I've had some mixed feelings about, especially over the holiday season. The new Etsy Purchase Protection Program was rolled out on August 1st and is designed to help both buyers and sellers in the event that an outgoing order is lost or damaged in the mail. With this new program, orders up to $250 are eligible to be refunded at Etsy's expense, and you'll keep your earnings if you qualify. For the full list of details and qualification terms, you guessed it, you can watch my full overview of the program right up here. But here's my big gripe. Over the holidays, I read hundreds of horror stories from sellers who customers had filed their items as being undelivered, and Etsy refunded those customers within 10 minutes of the report being filed. And while this is great for those who qualify, I'm not a huge fan of how easy Etsy has made it, because we all know that some customers will abuse the system in order to get free products. By building this expectation in our buyers, Etsy has placed a lot of pressure on products that may not qualify for the program, and this means that refunds for those purchases will be taken directly from the sellers. So all in all, I like the idea of the program, but I'm hoping to see some major improvements this year, since it's easy to speculate that Etsy probably lost a bit of money during the holiday refund period. The last major update to Etsy Search that you may have missed came in November, when Etsy's development team introduced the integration of visual search. The feature has only been rolled out for iOS users as of right now, but with this feature, shoppers will be able to locate items on Etsy that are similar to photos that they upload, kind of like Google Lens. Right when this update rolled out, I created this video up here, which covers the update and a few examples of how this update may affect your listings and photos. But since I'm an Android user, I unfortunately wasn't able to test the feature for myself. Until TikTok user e-commerce with Aurelius made a reaction video to my video, and she tested out the feature. You can watch her full video linked down below in my video description, but here's a quick clip of her findings.
So if you hop on to the Etsy app, you will notice this little camera icon on the search bar, and when you click that, you will be prompted to either take a photo with your camera or upload one from your image library. So you guys know I had to test it out. So I took this little angel knick-knack that I have in my home and I put it in a very bare background and took a picture, and these were the results. And honestly, it did a pretty good job, and it even populated a little figurine of an angel. So it worked pretty well. However, Starla made a great point. This might affect our photography and visual strategy as Etsy sellers, because if you have environments that are super busy with other props around the products you're trying to sell, you might end up populating for the wrong type of search. So you guys know I had to test this out too. So obviously there's a lot of things going on in this picture, but I just wanted to see, and I put the figurine in the middle of one of my daughter's toys, and this is what came up. So one thing I noticed that's kind of cool is that it did do a really good match with colors. So I had like all these kid primary colors in the background of the figurine, and it actually picked up on all of that stuff. Now, obviously you would want your product to be the main focal point of your photography, but Starla also said maybe we're all gonna have to revert to just plain white backgrounds again.
As of right now, I'm not exactly sure what to think about this new feature, nor am I even sure how many people are using it. But I can see a few use cases, such as if you've forgotten the shop where you purchased a specific item and want to find them again, or possibly even someone who is visually impaired. Now that 2023 is here, I wanted to give you all a heads up that I'll be taking suggestions for new videos and tutorials this month. So if there's something specific that you want to learn about, be sure to comment down below. As of right now, my plan for 2023 is to dive a bit more into business psychology, such as things like pricing and brand building and customer behavior, and how you can really influence how shoppers feel about your brand. And as always, with a little science, a lot of data, and some help from a trusted Etsy expert, you'll be well on your way to Etsy success. Cue the funky lo-fi beat.